Go, go, baby! Get out of here! Not today! You ain't taking my... Whoa! Oh! What did I tell you? I said don't let me get heated with the longbow, baby! Bow, bow! I'm insane, bro! I'm insane! I'm the best! I'm the best! I pull those clutches out all the time.
Are you ready to fight?
No problem.
Good!
No
now get out
problem.
of my way!
I'm insane, bro! I'm insane! I'm the best! I'm the best! Now that was me carrying the damn squad, baby! Let's go! Woo! Woo! I'm the best! Oh! I'm the best! Punch! Punch them! Boom! I'm insane, bro! I'm insane! I'm the best! I'm the best! I pull those clutches out all the time.
Are you ready to fight?
No problem.
Good!
No
now get out of my
problem.
way!
Hello, how we doing? We should be up and live on Twitch and up and live on YouTube. I think everything is running properly here. Let me know if the mic is too loud. Let me know if the game audio ends up being too loud or too quiet once we get on into this here. But we're jumping back on into RuneScape Dragonwilds, and I believe that we're finally at the end game. Am I for certain of this? No, but we are getting ready to go take on VELGAR, the dragon, and I believe that's the end game. I don't know if there's any quests past this, but we are about to find out. We do have also goblin diplomacy, I believe, to take care of. So a couple things on the chopping block today. Let's go ahead and jump on into it here. Alrighty, let me know if that game audio ends up being too quiet or too loud. I suppose we could go into the audio as well and maybe bump the music up to 37. I don't know. Gotta be careful with the music. It does hit that YouTube copyright, that auto copyright system so quickly. Yeah, see, we might have cranked that up a bit too much there. Alright. Wait, did that even... Do we have to hit apply? No, we don't. Alright. Let's jump into it. All right, we left the last stream off a little bit pissed off because the entire base got destroyed by a frickin' warband, okay? Warband showed up and it broke a lot of my foundations here. I was super pissed. Okay, so we've done a couple of things I guess we can show off here quickly. Is we have put a blocking barricade, if you will, that will hopefully give us a little bit of time to go and prepare ourselves for the warband when they show up. This is on both sides here. Easy peasy. Another thing that we've done is down here, we've reorganized our chest area. So you can see here we have chests up here. Everything's kind of organized here. We have our processed materials. We have our materials that need processing. We have random, you know, like monster drop materials and stone. I guess the stone could go down here, but we've been putting it there. Because in here we have our planks. Up there was the wood next to the sawmills to make the planks. And then we have the dust. So, bada boom, bada bing. Oh, it's not the end of it. We also have cooking materials and herblore materials. And you can see on our inventory here, we've got ferocious infusions. This is something that I had no idea what was going on. But when I was prepping to go and fight this boss here, we were looking into this. Apparently this is going to reduce the stamina costs of attacks. We also have the attack potions. I don't know if I can stack these two buffs yet. We're gonna find that out. What else? I think that's about it for in here. One thing I do want to point out is there's still a lot of decoration that we can throw up in here. For example, we got a bit of a vial shelf decoration just unlocked recently that we could, like, say, throw up next to our herblore. Throw up next to our herblore area. So a lot of decoration we can still do inside of the base. Not quite fully finalized yet, but let's see. Also, off stream, I figured out exactly how to get ourselves the dragon tooth as well as the bloodwood sap. The dragon tooth was actually right up in here. I don't know if there's multiple dragon heads, but there's iron ores over here that I was mining. And a dragon head right here that had some teeth that we could knock off, so... So we got ourselves the thing in order to even fight this final boss. And then, oh, yep, the last thing is we've upgraded from the elf bow. We got ourselves the hunter's stag bow. And as you can see, our gear here, we've actually upgraded to the paladin's plate body. For all intensive purposes, this is Saradomin armor here. So we're basically fully geared out here. Couple things left to do. I don't think there's anything past this dragon. So I think it's about time we get in and take this thing down. And we should be plenty prepared to do so. Oh, one thing actually I need to make. I'm glad I thought of this. I'm fairly positive that this bow is better than the crystal bow. It does 4.3 arrow damage, whereas in this does 3.45. So it's a power level of 3. And this is a power level of 4. I mean, so like... Crystal Bow, not as good as I thought it was when we originally unlocked it. Especially considering we basically unlocked that Hunter Bow right afterwards. But that's alright. Honestly, we only needed 1 anti-poison. I think we are good and set to go here. Somebody in the chat on Wednesday's stream was bringing up the Dragon Fire Shield. I don't know if there's a quest that unlocks the Dragon Fire Shield that I'm supposed to complete before I go and take this on. But... I think it's good in time. Honestly, I don't know what we're, I don't know what we're in gear for here, but let's go ahead and see in how many of these buffs we can take on. Dude, we can't even have anti-poison and attack potion at the same time. Why can't I consume this? Is it because I'm full? Because this does hydration. Shit. Okay, let's go back to anti-poison and start off with that. Showtime, baby. Oh, easy, bro. Easy fight. This is gonna be easy. Come here, you. Oh, don't hide. Where'd he go? Oh, wasn't even paying attention. Easy. I don't like how they have range in... Oh, what is that? Excuse me. I don't like how they have range in mage not unlocked yet. And it seems like this boss is not meant to be meleeed. Easy, bro. See what I'm saying? Like, this boss is meant to be ranged. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. No! We're good, we're good, we're good. Okay, let's be real. He's dead, right? Okay, thank you. Easy, bro. Easy. What did that say? Bring Velgar's head to the wise old man. I would love to, but how do I get down from here? Is this it right here? Big. Easy fight. Oh, excuse me. I wonder why they called this Paladin's armor and not... We just killed VELGAR, so he shouldn't be flying around anymore. I wonder why they called this Paladin's armor and not Saradomin. It could be perhaps because they're saving like Saradomin for later, but in my opinion, they're already dropping weapons like the whip on us. Saradomin armor is not that high level. It's fancy rune, basically. Smoked me. My gosh, dude, I didn't realize how far away I was. What am I doing? I could have walked back to my base at this point in time and like teleported directly right next to the old man. Oh, I thought that might have been the enemy there. That was... It could have been. It could have been. Easily. Easily could have been. It's alright. Running through this swamp is going to give me an opportunity to pick up some Harlander, which I've recently discovered that I need a lot of. Okay, we only got like 2 seconds of swamp time, but that's alright. All of this stuff is important. Red berries I was using for the health potions. Flax is made for the rough string or some crap like that, which is made for rough wool, which I need to make like other forms of wool. It's all tied together. The flax is important. They need to put farming in the game ASAP, dude. It would be really nice to be able to throw down a couple of plots and harvest some of these crops. Oh man, I just blitzed right past the wise old man. I don't know what the heck. Muscle memory from being over here. Well done. We took him down. Queen Coldra is out there somewhere, and she won't sit quietly for long. Uh-oh, maybe this wasn't the only dragon that we're going to have to deal with. A Dragon Slayer reward pack. A Dragon Visage. Wow. And an anti-dragon shield. I'm assuming I just unlocked the Dragon Fire Shield. Big unlocks. And that's what I'm saying. We already have the whip. They just gave us the Dragon Blight Shield. Really? Why would they do that? You know, they might as well call this Ceradoman armor. Yep, that was the end of the primary quests, as I expected. Restless Ghosts. In Goblin Diplomacy, I need to find someone who can identify the Bandosian amulet. I believe what I would like to do first off is make this Dragonfire shield. This Visage. Oh man, I always do that. I have no idea what they want me to do with the ghosts. We should... Why is it not here? Oh, there it is. Boom. We now have the Dragonfire shield. Absolutely massive. Sweet. We gotta keep stuff organized here. Boom. Plop that down in there. All right. I'm almost out of law runes, which is a bit of a problem, but not the biggest of problems. Let's go knock out Goblin Diplomacy. It's... Oh, I don't have enough law runes to get there, so it is a problem. Major problem. Wrong spell. Oh, I was like, I don't even have any rune essence. Unbelievable. We've got 3. That'll do. I'm fairly positive that I've cleared all of the dungeons as well. Though it's entirely possible I haven't done this one yet. I'm pretty sure we did that one and we got each of the 3 armors, one for mage, one for melee, and one for range in these 3 areas. It's almost nighttime though, which is good. We need it to be nighttime for the Restless Ghost. Find the restless spirits and help them to rest. They only appear at night. I don't know how many people there are. I don't know how scattered across the map they are. I haven't even done one of them yet, so I have no idea what that looks like. What are we even going to get from this quest? A crossbow? Unbelievable. Perfect timing. Look for the other amulet at either the ruins northeast of Zanuck or the guild to the south. Where did I get the first one? I'm gonna go down to the south first. I might have gotten it here though, but... Got him. Okay. Rude. The stairs like made me redraw that for some reason. I don't like that. Oh, we got some vines. Oh crap, I don't have my axe on me. Oh, dude, I bet it's back there. That is really irritating. What do I need? I need logs and stones. Boom, 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 boom. I need some stones. Nice, huge. Sometimes these are around, and sometimes they're just not around for miles, so it's big that we found some. I need a few more, I think. One more, literally just one more. Surely, somewhere. Come on. That's what I said. Sometimes they're around and sometimes they're not around for miles. Dude, I need one more stone. Oh, huge. We got one. Big. Now that we have an axe, we should be able to chop that down. Hopefully it doesn't require anything more than this. Huge. Gotta love when a plan works out perfectly, man. We didn't even have to do a bunch of running back and forth. Right back over here to Zanuck. I don't know how long this quest is gonna go on here. But so far the quests have been pretty manageable. We got ourselves a Goblin War Banner, and the quest is completed. Psh, this cloak looks so much better than this pink one that we got from Vanica. Unbelievable. Okay, that's another quest down. Now all we have is Restless Ghosts, which says find the restless spirits. I've talked to this guy like 3 times, and I've gotten like no clue as to what to do. It's daytime now, so technically we're not even like able to do this quest because it's supposed to be night. What's unfortunate with that as well is we can't sleep through the day into the night. But let's go see if we can talk to this ghost and see exactly what they say again. Maybe we missed something. Damn, 20 range and 21 mage. Skills haven't even dropped yet. Huge. I thought this guy was out all the time. I must have been tripping. We'll have to wait until nighttime again. I could have swore he was just out all the time. Let's go deposit our stuff and take a look at what we're going to be doing to get ready for the few. I always do that, man. I always drop this spell, even though it's going to be 2 minutes before I come down. Alright. Like I was saying, now we can kind of talk about what we're going to be doing to get ready for the future of Dragonwilds and predicting what sort of updates we can expect to be coming next, and talking about what we're going to do to kind of like make sure we're fully prepared for when those updates drop to explore them entirely. Let's go ahead and take care of our inventory here. Thought we were under attack. A horde hasn't attacked me in forever, which is a bit irritating, because ever since I fortified my base, I was like, bring it on, horde. We're going to take you down easily this time. And I like make sure I'm super prepared every time I'm standing here. They just haven't attacked in a while. I say that now, and they're going to end up attacking the one time I end up dying. Then I'm at my base naked, and then I have a horde attacking my base. So great, thanks. Thanks, game. And then they address it, and they're like, oh, we addressed the problem because now we made the hordes spawn less often. But in reality, what I think the major problem was that these things, it doesn't matter. The spawn rate was a bit much, okay? But the fact that they can still spawn even though I literally just died somewhere else out in the world, there should be like a 5-minute timer after you die anywhere in the world where it's just not possible for them to spawn. Because I'm in here prepping to go and get my stuff back, and these sons of guns are running up in here, breaking everything. That's how we ended the last stream. Irritated. So, I mean, technically I think that we can craft that again. I don't know if we can do the fight again. But let's talk about it here, because we have no range skill in the game yet, and we have no mage skill in the game yet. I predict that these are what's going to be launching next, right? This is what I predict, that range and mage are going to be coming out next, because they're already in the skill tree. You can already see mage, you can already see range. It only makes sense that the leveling portion of this is getting ready to make its way into the game. So I think that what I'm going to mainly focus on in prepping for the future here is getting the armor for mage and the armor for range completely set up, ready, and set aside so that when mage and range does drop, we can be fully geared out with the wild archer body and the draconic dragonkin mage set, right? Those are my thoughts. With that also comes weaponry. It makes you wonder, because we're already basically set up with the best bow. And I've yet to touch mage at all, so I don't even know what would the best in-slot mage weapon would be right now. Probably something like this. But when they drop mage in range, they may very well drop alongside with its new weapons, like the next tier of weaponry, and possibly even armor. So this armor that we prep for might become obsolete very quickly. But that's not the point. I want to have that nice and ready. And in order to craft the armor, I was seeing that the Dragonkin requires gold bars. So we're going to need to farm up a bunch of gold. Well, what did the wild body need? And these need gold as well. So a bunch of gold and a bunch of hard leather. Not too big of an issue. It needs to be like an in-game clock or something. I thought I've seen one before. I never know what time it is. Slightly concerning. Slightly concerning. I'm going to be real. They probably could have held on to this game for another year and fleshed out at least this full map's worth of content here. Because, in all honesty, we've stretched the hours of gameplay provided. You know what I mean? We've done a lot to stretch the amount of hours of gameplay provided. Mainly in building. And I'm not saying I disenjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Especially because it's RuneScape, bro. You're going to be hard pressed to sell me on this game not turning into something that is just crazy good. Because if we look at it, we even currently only have 50 of the 99 levels here. No skill capes yet. You know, the grind has just begun, and that's why I'm saying they probably could have and would have done good for themselves to hold on to this game for an entire year to fletch all of this out. So you had these to where you could level them up to 99. And in my opinion, there's even some skills that are missing from this that should very blatantly be inside of the game, such as farming, for example. Farming should definitely be in the game right now. There's dozens of reasons and dozens of things that could be farmed right now that would be useful. And just to me, there's no reason that it's not in the game right now. I'm trying to think of another skill. There's got to be another one. Slayer, for example, is another one that they should have introduced into the game. And it could easily be slotted into Dragon Wilds. Let me pull up an image of all the skills, just so I can visualize what I'm, or any of that I might be missing. Slayer definitely could be in there. Farming for sure. Even something like, oh, I was talking about this, prayer. Prayer should be in the game. Why? There should be no reason that prayer is not in the game. You know what I'm saying? There's several animals that drop bones. You could even like have a bone tiering system. And then you could add in prayers that kind of like bolster combat or something in any sort of way. They could have done anything with a prayer skill and it would have been crazy. Which again is why I just keep driving the point across that this game really could have used a year extra of cooking before it released, because if we got all of these skills fully fleshed out to 99 and had farming and slayer and prayer on top of all of these, boom, dude, like this game would have hundreds of hours of content, and then we could look forward to getting other skills released into the game later, such as fire making for shits and giggles. I don't know, something like that might not even work. Such as, you know, you could throw fishing in there. I think that would work out really well. Or even something like agility could play some sort of role and could be skills that we could be looking forward to in the future had they, you know, fleshed all of this out just a little bit more. And again, I want to, you know, reiterate the fact that I think that this game has so much potential, like untapped potential, like you would not even believe. But it is definitely still missing some things, like we're missing farming, we're missing slayer, we're missing prayer, we're missing, you know, I don't know if I'm getting sick or what. Don't get me wrong either. I think that this game really does have like a boatload of untapped potential. Mother shooting nannies, you know what I'm saying? Son of a gun. Don't get me wrong, though. I think this game has a boatload of untapped potential. It's just... Personally, I've been dying to see RuneScape skills implemented into other versions of RuneScape for years now. I can't tell you how many times I've Google searched games with skills like RuneScape. That search verbatim games with skills like RuneScape, just because I've been dying to see games that have fully fleshed out skilling systems implemented that are similar to RuneScape's implemented into other genres. And unfortunately, this kind of like begins to scratch the itch, but I feel like they could have gone a little bit further with it, and a year in the... And if they had an extra year to cook this up, I think it would have been a whole lot better. Not that I think it's bad. Not that I think it's bad. Personally, I'm all about it. Let's go see if we can talk to this ghost now that it's nighttime. We're done trying to possibly record something in the middle of a live stream, turn it into a video later. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh, hello, ghost. It's nighttime. You never liked goblins, even though Xanax said they deserved our pity more than our hate. She was wrong, of course. They killed me, so I should hate them. I came to rebuild a farmstead. Now I'll serve as nothing but compost. My brother lies buried in darkness beneath a southern point rising high in the sky. Find his name, set him free. Okay, probably up here then, yeah? Is there just one ghost that we need to set free, or are there several? Because I've walked around a few times at night, and I haven't seen any others, so let's try and solve this guy's mystery, and then move on from there, huh? Inside of these dungeons as well, there are the dragonkin statues, which... I'm going to be honest, I'm not entirely certain that I've searched every dragonkin statue out there. Okay, Warren. Where you at, buddy? This is like the most southern point. I don't know what this ghost wants. It can't be in here. I've already been in there. I've done that. That wasn't it. Find restless spirits and help them to rest. They only appear at night. It's saying that plural, so it's saying there's more than one. Bro, I hate quests. I'm gonna be so for real. I hate questing. In RuneScape specifically. That's one thing I'm not looking forward to when it comes to RuneScape leagues that's coming up, is RuneScape 3 questing doesn't have quest helper. There's no quest helper. I don't like doing quests without quest helper. I don't like doing quests with quest helper. Oh, what's this? The house or something over here. Oh yeah, this is where we started. No spirits over here that I can see. I'm still checking the southern points, though. Looking for good old... What are these things? Looking for good old Warren. Were we up on this cliff? I don't think we were. Worst case scenario, there's a lodestone over here. I don't want to waste this whole entire night just trying to figure out what this ghost's problem is. Oh, Warren. Did that work? Okay, we might have figured out what to do. There's a remembrance stone over here. I don't have the law runes. And it's turning daytime. Damn it. He's still out. Good. Don't leave me yet, you ghost man. I remembered Warren over at the remembrance thing. No, you son of a bitch. No, dude. I literally watched him disappear. We were 100 feet away. And I don't have the law runes to teleport anywhere. I don't have the pickaxe to even mine anything. We're gonna have to get creative here. Come on, please. Thank goodness. Stupid rat. Uh-oh, my battery on my mouse is dying. Not good. Not good. And it's dead. We lost it. Can't just flip the batteries around either. It only takes one battery. That sucks. Usually if you flip them around, you squeeze like an extra 5-10 minutes out of them. I think I'm juiceless here. This thing's gonna die like immediately. And it's gone. And it's gone. Not to worry, I got Jeff on speed dial here. He's sending in the drones. Battery should be here any minute now. Trust me, bro. See? Two more stones and we're good to go. We can talk to this ghost the next nighttime and see if he's got a reward for us. You saw that there was a second ghost, so clearly we found another one somewhere else. So, presumably, there's another one somewhere else that we can talk to and get a reward from if this guy gives us a reward. I'm not even sure. And I would assume, I don't even know, but I'm guessing there's going to be one in each area. But that's just a guess. And I think the one where I learned the other name was in the Highlands. But again, just a guess. The dragon fire shields should come with some sort of special effect. Some sort of special attack. That would be sweet. How long are the days? Surely we're close. Surely we're getting close. I think that, what's it take to make steel in RuneScape? It's iron and coal? Yeah. So I think that if we're running by RuneScape logic here, steel's going to be what comes out next. So the next area is probably going to have coal in it. And, I think we'd be good and smart set off to, while we're crafting all of these armors to get ready for mage and range, we're also gathering up a ton of iron ore. Something else that's probably worth gathering a decent amount of is clay and gold and silver for when jewelry crafting comes out, right? Because eventually we're going to be able to turn gold and gems into jewelry, which is only going to help us more. And is another argument as to why the game could have really used another year cooking before it launched, because if this was out in the game right now, there would be that many more extra layers to it for people to really sink their teeth into and grind out. Like, just imagine if this entire map... What the hell? Just imagine if this entire map was unlocked and going to be explorable right when the game launched. I feel like that would have done it a whole lot better and probably doubled, if not even tripled, the amount of hours of gameplay that you can get out of it, especially if these skills were cooked up from level 50 and you actually had the through to level 99 skills on there. You know what I'm saying? Midnight, how you doing? Over on Twitch, how you doing today? Good to see you. Welcome. We are currently waiting for nighttime. That's about all that we have left. After nighttime, we're going to be able to figure out if we get a reward from this ghost, and then after that, then we'll really decide what's happening after that. Well, good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. All right. If they do drop steel next, then... Because I was like, maybe we stock up on like 50 or 100 iron bars, just in case. But if they do drop steel next, it's basically going to make these arrows useless. I'd imagine that this armor would quickly become useless. So it might literally only be worth it for us to just literally gather up a boatload of iron ore and wait for coal to drop. Aside from any iron that we might need in order to craft these gear sets that we're going to get going. Because I want all of these gear sets because they have to be... the way I predict this going is Mage and Range is getting ready to get filled out next. I'd imagine these will drop filled out to level 50, similar to the way Melee is. And we'll be good and set. Haven't played the game yet. It's a good survival game. I think it checks a lot of survival game boxes, but kind of what I've been saying this whole time this stream is the game needs and needed maybe even another full year to cook, because none of this as it stands is content. Like, none of this is currently unlockable content. At least not that I believe. I believe all this is just death barrier. It'll just end up falling off the edge. And as you can see with all of these skills, if you're familiar with RuneScape at all, this game will it'll hit the survival itch for you, and it'll hit that RuneScape skilling itch for you. But unfortunately, they only fill out to level 50 currently. That's the max level. Whereas typically you'd expect them to be filled out to level 99, which is just another reason why this game could have used another year to cook before it launched. If it launched with the full skilling all the way up to 99 and this full map, it would have really tripled the gameplay that you can get out of it. But that being said, I've still put a ridiculous amount of hours in the game. If you're into RuneScape, it's definitely survival game of the year for you, probably. But if you've never played RuneScape before, I'm not sure exactly how you'd feel about it, to be honest. If you're an artist, by the way, too, I've already got one on standby, so just figured I'd throw that out there. Surely we're creeping up on nighttime here. I just want to figure out if that ghost is going to give us a quest reward just for simply completing his portion of the quest. Or if we're going to literally have to hunt down every single ghost in order to, what am I saying? If you're not an artist, it'll honestly be the very first time ever. But what I'm saying is a lot of times artists roll through and ask you a bunch of general questions. You know, how's your day going? How's your stream going? How often do you stream? What game is this? You know, random stuff like that. And then they'll be like, oh, by the way, join my Discord. I'm selling art. Which is fine, you know, you do you. You know, you guys get your grind on, you do you. But we've already got one, we've already got an artist on standby, so I like to throw it out there ahead of time, talking to somebody, so they're not wasting their time, and they're also not wasting my time, you know what I'm saying? Because you'll talk to I've talked to artists for like 15 minutes before they finally reveal, like, oh yeah, I'm an artist, by the way. Like, oh my god. What a sales pitch. Dedication. So that's what I mean by that, my bad. So you knew exactly what I meant by that. You knew exactly what I was saying by that. And no, we don't flip the logo around. Hardly ever. And if we do, like I said, I've already got one on standby. Already got ourselves an artist on standby. I appreciate the grind, though. I get it. Surely this thing is going to pop out anytime now. Oh, look, there it is. Hello, you. Dude, I did. I did. I did. I went to the Remembrance Stone and I remembered Warren. So now I'm thinking I'm gonna literally have to hunt down each and every single one of these ghosts. Which is a bit annoying. Let's just double check and make sure I don't need to, like, repair a gravestone or something like that. Maybe you have to do it all in the same night or something. I don't know. Okay, none of them are there. So we've already done Warren and we did somebody else. That sucks. That means there's ghosts just scattered around somewhere that we're gonna have to find. I've got my logo copyrighted, bro. That I can assure you. So now there are ghosts scattered in, I'm assuming, each and every single one of these areas. Since the Fractured Plains is so big and I'm half convinced that I already did the Highlands, I'm going to go down to the Bloodblight Swamp and see if we can find one here. The tricky part is I've got 3 minutes to run in and look around and get out. So it's kind of no faffing about here. Yeah, I've got no portal on the inside. So I got 3 minutes of an anti-poison here that I need to use up. And hopefully... Oh, look! 900 meters this way? Is that talking about that ghost over there? It has to be. Yep, it has to be. That last ghost was hiding behind that wall, so I mean, technically they could be anywhere, which is a bit irritating. 240 seconds left on our potion. Oh, crap. We're in trouble. I don't know where I saw the other ghost. It might have been in the Highlands where that one lady was next to the dragon altar. But I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that restless ghost was there for another quest. And she's there even during the day. Got 190 seconds left on this potion. Man, I mean, you would hope that the ghost isn't all the way up there, right? $160. I think we have time. Problem is, I don't see the ghost. We got 120 seconds, a little less. Well, now I'm concerned that my theory that there's a ghost in each region is incorrect. But like I said, these things are hiding behind corners and stuff, you know? Like, could have been behind this rock and I would have missed it if I didn't walk there. I'm gonna frickin' die if I don't start moving north faster. Got 80 seconds left on this potion. Oh, I thought that was gonna do it, actually. We got 60 seconds, but it should be... Whoa! That's a ledge. Should be enough time. It's turning daytime too, so the ghosts might have disappeared. The only area I didn't check in this region was over there. Which, to be fair, there isn't much over there, but there is like a little area where a ghost might be hanging. I should have checked that out. There it is, just in time, 10 seconds remaining. Like I said, the only side I didn't check out was right over there. There's a couple spots where it could have been over there, but I'm not convinced. I'm not entirely sure what it wants me to do with that quest, or what exactly the rewards would be. But I'm not majorly concerned with it. I'd imagine that we're actually close to a point in time where they are gonna drop some content. I'd imagine that they had content in the pipeline. I don't think it's gonna be long before we are expanding into this area, or we are opening up the mage and range skill. So hopefully we see something pretty major come out of these guys soon. But yeah, other than that, we're basically just going to craft out the rest of our armor and stock up on iron ore. And the next live streams are probably not going to be Dragonwilds, in all fairness, unless there's any sort of a massive update. We're probably going to be moving on to something else. I'm not entirely sure what yet. Apex Legends even, maybe. I've kind of been itching to get back into some Apex Legends. So we're going to end the stream here. We're going to turn it into a bit of some content, bit of an overarching review of Dragonwilds. Quick stream today, but, you know, it is what it is. Appreciate everybody stopping by. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. I'm out.